So you get arrested by the feds, and like you mentioned a couple of times, they kind of sort of mush you into this bigger case.
Yeah.
So, according to the paperwork, 29 people were indicted.
Yeah.
And according to the feds, millions of dollars in losses, were, the banks had to, basically swallow over you and everyone else that they're trying to kind of charge with all this. 16 of the defendants were facing 30 years in prison and $1 million fine each. And you yourself were facing 30 years, right?
Yeah, up to 30 years.
What
they mean by that, how the feds work, is if you are facing up to 30 years, it depends on your background. So if let's say if a little kid that just turned 18 catch a case, they're going to say he's facing up to, depending on if it's fraud or murder or whatever. Let's say if it's murder, they're going to say up to 60 years. But depending on how severe the case is, how his background is, they go off of a point system. So the point system will show where you would be. So if you've never been locked up, I'm talking about never, ever got in trouble, your point system is going to go very, very low. So they're going to look at, okay, cool, he is from 12 to 48 months. You get what I'm saying? So depending on, you know what I'm saying, how you acted during probation, because you get a probation period before you have to turn yourself in. They're going to say, okay, cool, well, he did, 33 months.
Okay, but you do occasionally get that judge that says, I'm going to make an example out of you for whatever reason.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you the full 30, and that's the end of the story. And if you want to appeal it, you could try, but then 3 judges above me have to basically say that I was wrong.
So this thing, if a judge give you 30 years on a scam case that you never, ever got in trouble for, most likely you took that case to trial. I don't see them giving you 30 years on a case and you never got in trouble and you never, you know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense without taking it to trial. Now, yes, if you take the case to trial, they will hang you. Because like I said, me and you know the system is strictly about money. So yes, they would love to give you 30 years so they can make a couple million off you, right? But I feel like they still have to play by the book though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as with cases and stuff like that.
Okay, so you weren't worried about 30 years at any point? Because you were what, in your 20s?
No, 30 years, bro? If they... 30 years like you kill somebody, like I don't see them giving you 30 years like you kill somebody on a scam. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. One of the real reasons why I didn't sell drugs and I rather had scam is because I knew how the time works. A lot of drug dealers get more time than scammers, right? So I was like, okay, I looked at all the times. I knew bank fraud, I knew this, I knew that, and I know the times they carry, and I knew, okay, if I get caught doing this, I know it ain't gonna be no, like what a drug dealer get. They'll get like 20, 15, 10 years for stuff that they was doing. So I stayed in the scam lane at that time when I was doing what I was doing. I knew that the time wasn't crazy.